Welcome back, folks, to Let's Play Golden Sun. When last we left off, we need to make like a tree and get out of here, as Tret has been restored to his kind, gentle nature. We vanquished the anger within him, but unfortunately that wasn't enough to bring life back to his bark, and so Tret will soon die. And when Tret dies, everyone in Kolima that's a tree will die with him. People of Kolima, forgive me. My power just isn't strong enough anymore. Fortunately, there is one item in the game that will restore his strength, and that is the Hermes water that we got from the Mercury Lighthouse that we have a whole bottle full of. A bottle enough to restore Tret. 2 points to note here. 1, you can just drop the Hermes water, or the empty bottle if you don't yet have the water or have used it. And if you drop it before this point, the game is unwinnable. You can't get another one, you can't get any Hermes water, and therefore you can't restore Tret. The way the game prevents you from progressing is that there's an area a little bit past Kolima, which is a drawbridge that will only be activated once you've solved this problem with Kolima, mainly because the person who would lower the drawbridge is currently a tree, and thus can't lower it for you. The other thing to note is that if you haven't done the Mercury Lighthouse yet, you have to go and do that, which involves going all the way back to Imil, doing the quest line, fighting Saturos, which is a harder boss fight than Tret was, and then getting the Hermes water and going all the way back through Kolima Forest. Fortunately, we've already done that, so we're just going to use the water here. Mia uses Hermes water. The water of Hermes seeped into Tret. Will it cure the sacred tree? Well, it is plot water of plot convenience, so naturally it's going to work. Or maybe it won't work! No, wait, it's going to work. I feel a great power spreading through me. The power of rejuvenation. Indeed it is. Life flows within me once again. Once more, you are well. And that is good news. And Laurel has indeed noticed. Tret. Hello, Laurel. As you have recovered, so has our forest. That's very convenient indeed. Exceptionally convenient. I'm sorry to have worried you so, Laurel. I was kind of dying. And you, young ones, didn't you have a favor to ask of me? Indeed, we want you to help us progress the plot by turning everyone back into a human who's in Kolima. Yes, Tret, you must turn the people of Kolima into humans again. The game does emphasize quite a bit that only Tret can do this, and at this point you kind of expect that dialogue to come up. Yes, that's right. I must hurry. Tree magic powers activate! Save the people of Kolima! And it's done. That should do it. The people of Kolima are cursed no more. Just like that. Tret did not always possess this horrible power. Oh? It only started when those strange gemstones fell from the sky. Uh-oh, I think we know how that happened. Gems from the sky? Do you think he means the synergy stones? Indeed he does. Bad news. You really think synergy stones caused all of this trouble? I think so, yes. I was indeed angry that people had laid waste to my forest. I thought it was saying that it was indeed anger that was in me, but no, he was indeed angry. They had even taken their axes to me, and I'm a sacred tree with a face. I mean, surely they shouldn't have done that. But they did. Then those gems fell into my branches. And all of a sudden, my fury overwhelmed me, and I was lost in anger. The gems reached me when I was filled with sorrow. Oh. Our actions spoke our heart's desires, but we had no idea. The synergy stones appear to affect things. Those gems twisted my anger into a force beyond my control. That is bad news. Bad news indeed. Have any of the saplings been transformed by those stones, Tret? I will use my sapling checking power. It has been done. No, only the elder trees were affected by the falling synergy stones. I have immediately accepted that that is what they are, because you seem to know what you're talking about. There are others that this happened to? Well, what about all the monsters, Garrett? So the same thing could be happening elsewhere. Indeed it could be. You must have fought many monsters on your way here. Well, we did. We fought some undead and some trolls and some spiders and we fought a lot of things. Those monsters, maybe they were just animals that were... Oh dear. That is indeed some bad things that are definitely being foreshadowed, that the Synergy Stones have been warping animals into evil forms. Once they were pure of heart. Those gems have brought a great evil to the world. Oh no! Those people in Vault that have a gem on the table! We must warn them before they turn evil! I don't think it actually affects the humans, it does affect the animals though. And more conversation. Through magic! Oh, Laurel, you were given powers too? Indeed she was, she's not really talkative right now. Different from my own, but stemming from the same source. Laurel, what in the world are you doing? He says as he looks at Tret. Wait, you will soon see. For indeed this power is the ability to see far. What did you see, Laurel? It's true, even the animals have become monsters. Oh no! And beyond the river. Oh, the river that feeds our forest? Yes, indeed. Yes, an evil forest has risen up to the south of the river. And that is the place we are going to be going. Will you be heading south across the river? We will be. We will be. That area will only grow more dangerous as time passes. If you must go, you'd better hurry. And we will. I owe you a great debt. You have saved Kolima, the forest, and me. No problem. May your roots dig deep and your branches reach high. About that, Laurel, we don't have roots and we don't have branches, but thank you anyway. And now we can just talk to them. Now that I have such power, no axe shall ever touch me again, because I will turn them into trees! I will ask them nicely not to. You may depart with no worries. Mind reading! I know but I cannot stop you, but please be careful beyond the river. Let's go and talk to Laurel, shall we? Hello, how are you? The forest of Kolima is alive once again, thanks to you. We shall protect the forest from now on. And we now need to mind read. It must be horrible beyond the river. I am so worried about you and your friends, Isaac. And funnily enough, it is implied that they can tell that we're mind reading them. One thing to note there is that I thought there was a little bit more dialogue, hence my pause, but there wasn't. And now this area will have enemy encounters, which is a little bit odd considering the music that is now playing. However, we're just going to leave by using retreat here. Use retreat? Yes indeed. Isaac, turn into balls of energy! And now we are back at the entrance of Kolima Forest, and now we are away. Let us go into Kolima itself and have a conversation with everyone, as everyone is human once more. We rely on the forest so much, and yet we hurt the sacred tree. Maybe we can work to restore harmony in the forest now. Maybe you can. The forest trees were alive, just as we are. Indeed, they are. Hello! You know, being a tree gives you a lot of time to think. It does indeed. And unfortunately I wasn't aiming in your direction. I wonder if I'd live longer if I was still a tree. Maybe, but there are a few disadvantages to being a tree. Hello there, how are you? I've been poor all my life. That's why it bothers me that McCoy thinks money can solve everything. Now I'm actually going to talk to you. Don't blame the villagers for being tempted by McCoy's money. Anyone would be tempted by such a staggering sum. It was indeed a lot of money that was offered. Hello! I turned into a tree right when the sparkles fell from the sky. Indeed you did. So did everyone. If those sparkles start falling again, I'm heading for the hills. Well, I don't think we need to worry about that. I didn't mind being a tree. Water never tasted so good. If we were all trees, there'd be no more wars, 'cause we'd be trees. That indeed is a motto to not live by. Don't turn everyone into trees. It won't end well. It never ends well. Trees are so sleepy. Nobody yells at you when you're a tree, and nobody makes you go to bed early either. I think some people do yell at trees, although they're definitely in the minority. Who would try to use the holy tree to build a palace anyway? It's not called the holy tree for nothing. We should have been more respectful. Well, you weren't, and then bad things happened. I am told the holy tree's rage caused this horrible incident. Do you believe that was the only cause? No, it was not. I agree. Something did change when the gems fell. If the holy tree alone caused all this, then I failed in my duty. I should have stopped them from cutting down the tree. You probably should have. Did I talk to you? I'm going to talk to you. This is Kolima, village of lumberjacks. I'll shout it out loud. This is Kolima! Thank you very much. For a while I thought I'd never be able to say this, but I just have to say it. I've been waiting all my life for this moment. Have you really? Is that the highlight of your life? Saying that here is Kolima? You have at least a very fulfilled life, because hey, you've just said it. In fact, I'll let you say it again. This is Kolima, village of lumberjacks. I'll shout it out loud. This is Kolima! There you go. You've said it twice now. Let's go in the inn. Hello. With no more work here, Kolima can go back to being a quiet little village. Indeed it can. Remaining a quiet village means remaining poor. I was hoping Kolima would flourish with all the construction. Well, at least you're not a tree anymore. They say the McCoy hold the construction of the palace. With no more work, all the lumberjacks that came to make money will leave. The village was really booming with all that work. But what good is it if you get turned into a tree? Indeed, what good is it if you're a tree indeed? And then there's someone up here. Hello. I've been a lumberjack for years, but I've never seen anything like this. I think I'll go home to my family in Imil. I think they'll appreciate that. They have been waiting for you. I'm a lumberjack, and I'm okay with that. Indeed you are, and I thought you were about to sing, but there is no singing in Golden Sun. It is forbidden. Or maybe it's not. Hello? I'm only a merchant, but I got turned into a tree just for staying here. I think I'll head to Zion, south of the river, now that I'm a man again. I wish I'd grabbed some of those gems that fell from the sky. They must be worth a fortune, and they definitely don't turn people evil or anything. Oh wait, they kind of turn people evil, don't they? They do indeed sort of make things terrible. Let's go over here now and have a look in the item shop. After all, there are things we could get. Hello, how are you? When I was a tree, I learned to appreciate the sun. Well, the sun is a great thing. It felt so good when my leaves were bathed in sunlight. What do you have to buy? Hello, anything interesting? Nothing different. Anything here? We don't have many rarities right now, but do come again. There is nothing here that we want whatsoever. We may come back to an item shop later, but for now, I think we're good. Alright, people to talk to in here. My husband seems to be keeping a secret from me. It's not the secret that you think. I think he found something valuable, but where could he be hiding it? Maybe in the massive tunnels beneath our house full of monsters, maybe. Nah, I'm sure he won't be doing that. Daddy told me his secret. He didn't tell his wife, though. I think Daddy's going to get into trouble. Still, telling me it's outside the village doesn't help much. Well, I suppose it is, but not really. You saved Kolima? Wow, that makes me want to tell you a secret. But I'm not gonna. It's too good to give away. Well, we'll find out anyway. It's hidden deep in the forest, but I can't tell you that. Well, I'm afraid we might have figured it out. Either way, we're going to go and look in the other place now, over here, where we can buy plenty of equipment. Equipment that might be better than what we already have. Hello. Fushin Temple is on the other side of the river. It's quite famous. You should visit it if you have any spare time. We're gonna have plenty of that eventually. illusion temple's master, Nyumpa, is said to be a strange one. Well, we're going to talk to that person eventually. The grand bridge across the river is the pride of Kolima. Is it really? Is it being manned by a tree? Well, not anymore. It's a shame we had to cut down so many trees to build that bridge. Well, what do you guys have to sell for me? Well, armor-wise, you have Adept's Clothes, which boost the power points, the synergy points of the party. We also have an armlet here, and a bronze helm, wooden caps. Well, you don't have much else. What about armor-wise? Nope, no special armor. But I imagine you might have a special weapon or two. You must be a connoisseur if those caught your eye. What would you like? Ah, you don't. Never mind, eh? What else do you have weapon-wise? Not really that much. A hunter's sword. Nothing really that good. A broad axe, though. Not surprising that that is a good item. But we might want to pass off a few items before we go and do anything involving getting broad axes or any other kind of weapon. And passing over weapons and armor is always a valuable thing to do. What else do we want here? Is this any good? It is a pretty good piece of armor. It's not better than what you're using right now. It's a little better than what you're using. So we'll just swap this round. Ah, you can't carry it anymore. Well, we're going to have to sell a few things, I think. What shall we sell on you? We could just pass a few... Oh, we could sell those. We'll sell some of those. There we go, a total of 44 coins. That has now been sold, and I think we'll sell those as well. They're not really that useful. There we go. No game tickets for us there, but we want to buy a few things, like this Adept's Clothes. There we go. I wonder why they're selling something like this here, that boosts power points which they most certainly don't have. Unless you, sir, are an adept in disguise! Well, you might be. I don't think you are, though. There we go, and we'd like to put it on, and then we'd like to sell that. Actually, we wouldn't want to sell that just yet. We won't. We also get a free game ticket, because we always get a free game ticket. We want to actually see if that can be equipped by anyone else. Let's have a look, shall we? Can that be equipped by, for instance, if we give that over? Nope, they can't equip it. Oh well, we'll just sell it then. There we go, we'll sell this item that we're certainly not using. There we go. Does 180 coins sound good? Yes, it does. What else do we want? I think we also want to buy... That's 500. That's 900. They can equip that, but the bronze shields here, the same and the same. So let's ignore that, shall we? What about these leather gloves? That's worse, and the same. What about the bronze helmet here? Now that is an improvement. So we'll just equip those right now. There we go. Excellent. We will most certainly put it on. We'll get rid of that as well. And a game ticket. Eventually we'll get to use those and we'll have loads of them. And another one here. Brilliant. And then we'll sell that as well. And we get another game ticket. So many game tickets. So many that we currently don't know what to do with them. But we'll figure that out later. And then we'll just equip these here. There we go. We'll get rid of that as well. Leather gloves are gone. And another game ticket. Will we get any more? We're going to get loads more. And one more item. And I think we're nearly done. We would like to get that. I think we don't have enough... there we go. We'll pass that over there. I'm not sure if we have enough money to be able to get the weapon that we want. Alright, we wanted to buy, for instance, a broad axe here. You can have that, you can have that, but if you pass that over, the difference is quite minimal. But then again, you could have a different item too, so pretty much we, I don't think we can afford one yet, but I'm sure when we come back, we might be able to. So we're going to head out of Kolima, but that will be next time, I believe. Actually, we could do one thing. Ah yes, we'll do one thing first, and that involves heading this way and going to the barricade over here, as there was something we did do at the barricade when we were on our way through. Ah, there are people here. Hello. Hey, you're that guy. Indeed we are. Hello. Jill, are these the people who saved you? Yes, indeed we are. Hello, remember me? I was that tree. Ah, hello, tree. I mean, Jill, how are you? I would have been swept down the river if it wasn't for you. If we hadn't have rescued Jill, she would indeed have been swept down the river. We did a good thing. Please, take this. It's a small token of my appreciation. Jill gives Isaac a special gift. Isaac got a hard nut. Thank you very much. I will never forget what you've done for me. Thank you so much. And now we can go and talk to them. It was awful luck being turned into a tree just then. We just wanted to pick persimmons. Who knew what would happen? I really like this spot at the riverbank. My heart feels at peace. I will think of you whenever I eat persimmons. Let's mind read them, shall we? Well, it wasn't my idea to go pick persimmons. Whose idea was it to pick persimmons anyway? I think it was Jill's. These persimmons are just like my memories. So bitter. I get the feeling that she doesn't like persimmons really. But either way, we've managed to solve everything. Also, they've now opened the barricade, so we don't need to push this thing anymore. But we could if we wanted to, and let's do so just because. And when we come back, folks, we'll head over to Bilibin and go see Lord McCoy. I'm sure he'll be very glad to see us. He may not be glad to see us. I'll be surprised if he isn't, though. So I'll catch you next time, folks. And I'll see you then. Later.